Hello children. Today we are going to share a story which its name is The Unicorn's Quest. So, let's start it. Long time ago, in a magical forest far, far away, there lived a brave and kind unicorn named Sparkles. Sparkles was known throughout the forest for her beautiful mane, shimmering coat, and most of all, her kind heart. She was loved by all the creatures who lived in the forest, from the smallest mouse to the mightiest bear. One day, as Sparkles was grazing peacefully in a meadow, she heard a cry for help. It was the voice of an old oak tree, and it sounded desperate. Sparkles galloped over to the tree and asked what was wrong. The old oak tree cried out in distress as Sparkles approached. The once lush and vibrant forest had been plagued by a terrible curse. The tree told her that an evil enchantress, known for her wickedness, had cast a spell on the forest. The curse had caused all the plants and animals to wither and die slowly. The enchantress had grown angry and vengeful because the animals had refused to share their homes with her. In her rage, she had unleashed her dark magic on the forest, inflicting suffering and destruction on all the creatures who called it home. The once peaceful and harmonious forest was now shrouded in a dark and ominous aura, and the animals lived in constant fear and despair. Sparkles knew that she had to do something to save the forest. She was not afraid of the enchantress, but she knew that she could not fight her alone. So she set off on a quest to find help. As Sparkles journeyed further into the forest, she stumbled upon a wise old owl perched upon a branch. The owl, who had lived for many years, had seen countless wonders and knew the secrets of the forest. As Sparkles shared the troubling news of the curse with the owl, he offered his wisdom and guidance. He spoke of a magical crystal, hidden deep in the heart of the forest, that had the power to break any curse. However, the crystal was not easily obtainable. It could only be wielded by a pure heart, one untainted by the darkness and malice of the world. The owl warned Sparkles of the challenges that lay ahead, for the forest was not without its dangers and obstacles. Yet, he also offered her hope, for he knew that with her kind heart and bravery, she could overcome anything that stood in her way. And so, with the wise owl's words ringing in her ears, Sparkles set out on a perilous quest to find the crystal and break the curse that had befallen her beloved forest. Sparkles was determined to find the crystal, and so she continued on her quest. She traveled through dark forests and over high mountains, never giving up even when the journey was difficult. Along the way, she met many other creatures who joined her quest. There was a brave young fox, a wise old badger, and a mischievous squirrel who loved to play practical jokes. Finally, after many long days of traveling, they came to the place where the crystal was hidden. It was guarded by a fierce dragon who breathed fire and smoke. The dragon was not happy to see Sparkles and her friends, but Sparkles bravely stepped forward and spoke to the dragon in a calm and gentle voice. She told the dragon about the curse that had been placed on the forest, and how the crystal could break it. The dragon listened to Sparkles and was moved by her words. He agreed to let them pass and gave them his blessing. Sparkles and her friends entered the cave where the crystal was hidden. It was a beautiful sight to behold. The crystal glowed with a bright light, and Sparkles could feel its power coursing through her body. She knew that she had to use the crystal to break the curse. She raised the crystal high above her head and spoke the words that she had been given by the wise old owl. The words echoed through the cave, and the crystal shone brighter and brighter. Suddenly, there was a blinding flash of light, and the curse was broken. The forest came alive once more, and the plants and animals began to flourish. The enchantress had been defeated, and she fled the forest never to return. Sparkles and her friends were hailed as heroes, and they were celebrated throughout the forest. They knew that they had done something truly special, and they felt proud of what they had accomplished. And so, with their quest complete, Sparkles and her friends returned to their homes in the forest. They slept soundly that night, knowing that they had done something good for their home, and for all the creatures who lived there. And as they drifted off to sleep, they knew that they would always remember their brave and wonderful adventure together. The moral of the story, The Unicorn's Quest, is that bravery and kindness can triumph over even the darkest of curses. Sparkles, the brave unicorn, embarked on a perilous journey to save her forest home, and succeeded because of her pure heart and determination. The story teaches us that even in the face of adversity, we should never give up hope, and always strive to do what is right. Additionally, it reminds us that selfishness and greed can lead to terrible consequences, and that we should always be willing to share and help those in need. Overall, the story encourages us to be brave, kind, and selfless in our actions, for these qualities can have a powerful and positive impact on the world around us. Good night, little ones, and sweet dreams.